So it's a beautiful day here in Hawaii. We're at Akina Point, and it's the northernmost point in the island of Oahu. And basically there's a hiking trail out here. There's an off-roading and hiking trail. For the off-road portion, you have to have a permit. I applied for the permit when we first got here 3 years ago, but there was a problem and I need to reapply, and I never reapplied. So we're just gonna hike out there. Right now surf is super high. Waves are crashing on the shoreline here on the beach. And this is also a nature preserve. Used to, about 20 years ago, this was all open. You could kind of drive out here. Again, you need an off-road vehicle, a super capable one at that. But now they've got it gated off. Again, they only allow so many people per year to drive back in there. Above us, you see the dome up there or not is Space Force, and that's out here again on the northern end of Oahu. We're about 40 miles north of Honolulu on the island of Oahu. We're gonna go out and get some exercise, a little hike, take some pictures, and try to get some pictures of this surf coming up and crashing on these waves. We may see some wildlife too, some sea lions and some birds and stuff out here. So we'll see what we can find and get some exercise. I don't know how far out we're gonna go. To the end, it's about 3 miles from where you park, and this is only open, I think, on the weekends. I think during the week they close this part down, but you come to this little parking area here and it's about 3 miles that direction out to the point. And there's some pillboxes, some other stuff. Winds are pretty high today, and again the surf is super high. So this is the high theft area. A lot of these tourist spots are very high theft areas. Hopefully we don't get broken into, but I think there's enough people out here today that hopefully we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and start a outdoor walk. Outdoor walk. There we go. So this tells you a little bit about the park here. Trail to rail to trail. There used to be a railway that ran out here. If you can see that right there. There was a hurricane that came through in 1946 when the tracks were damaged by a tsunami. I thought it was a hurricane, but it says a tsunami. This is where we're at right here. We're parked down here at the trailhead. We're gonna work our way down. Hopefully we get all the way to the point. We'll kind of play it by ear though. And then some of the things we may be able to see out here is turtles, the sea lion, and then I don't know what these are. Kani and Hanu. Boy, that wind is whipping. Now it said that there was muddy sections, and I thought there was a secondary trail that was up here, but I don't see it. But it could have grown in. If you do come out here, do not take a standard vehicle down this road, because what happens is it looks like it's kind of like it's a little bit of a muddy and kind of a dirt road, but if you got a standard 4x4, like a stock 4x4, you may be able to get through this section, but it gets really, really kind of gnarly once you get up toward the gate, and then you have to turn around, and then to get to the turnaround point is kind of a interesting little feat in itself. And then once you get past that gate, now there's someone has cut tracks up here, probably trying to get up around that gate. I brought my Ram 2500. It was only leveled, but it had 37s on it, and it was it made it through this first section here. But you definitely want to have a high clearance. So I am running an aperture priority, and my ISO is set at ISO of 100. There we go. Make sure that's good.
He keeps moany groany whimpering.
Okay. When's the last time he ate? He may be hungry. Where's his bottle at? Do we have it? Okay. Yeah, this right here is the turnaround point. We could come over here. There's a concrete pad. I did not bring a ND filter today. Kind of wish I had of. I mean, I'm shooting at the worst time possible right now. The sun is directly up in the sky, but you know, there's one of those things to where when you got kids, you can't really take all the time in the world. To set up the perfect shot. So his bottle is too hot. We put boiling water in a thermos. I mean, because we figured it'd be a few more hours. But it's too hot. Oh, let's see. That's acceptable. There we go. Huh. The wind is pushing this tape way up. Watch, make sure it doesn't smack you in the face. So I'm not necessarily a professional photographer. I'm just an enthusiast, hobbyist. I know my way around the principles, the gear, composition, although I don't always follow the rules, which, you know, who's to say that you have to follow the rules? And I know how to tinker a little bit in Lightroom, but I'm kind of lazy and just use a lot of presets. But again, you know, when you're got two kids running around, you have to finagle. You need to be a little more efficient with your workflow. I don't have time to set and spend 40 minutes on one photo. How you doing? How you doing?
Lucky guy there.
As far as the kit goes, I'm using a Sony a7 IV with a 70-200 Mark II. Not necessarily your landscape lens, but I like the tighter focal lengths. I feel like it gives you a different perspective. Everyone does the wide, that or super wide. So if I wasn't carrying a kit, I would have brought another body with a 14mm 1.8. But if I have to choose one lens, it's going to be a 70-200 Mark II. There was something right in front of the lens I couldn't even see. Dang, polarized glasses. Oh, look at this. So this is where you want a wide lens. But what I do is I just kind of focus in on one subject and try to wait for a chance to get that subject. And ideally, I try to have a subject, a foreground, and a background, if possible. But it's not always the case. So again, I'm not a professional. I'm a novice who has watched a lot of YouTube videos on photography for 10 years, dabbled for 10 or 15 years in photography. Actually longer than that. You know, when I was in high school, I was on the photographer for the school. I was on the photography team, and that was old film. You know, we had a dark room, and you know, this is the mid '90s. So I've always been interested in photography, and then joined the military. You know, got caught up in that whole, you know, kind of fast-paced lifestyle, and so your hobbies like that kind of go to the wayside because, you know, you don't, especially during times of war, you don't have a lot of downtime. You know, it's just gotta go. But you know, I'm trying to get back into it. I'm retired now. Again, semi-retired. I'm retired from my professional job, but I now have another professional job, which is full-time stay-at-home dad. And that is a full-time job, believe me, in and of itself. So I feel like getting out here and just taking pictures and playing around with the settings, you know, pushing your limits is how you learn. You can watch all the YouTube videos you want. But if you don't get out and just do it, make mistakes, and your photo may be garbage to like the professional looking at it, you know. Camera conspiracies may look at your photo and be like, oh, this is garbage. Oh, the grossest thing ever. Taking pictures of beautiful ocean scenery. But you know what? It's all about, does it make you happy? Oh, here's a good chance right here. And again, you really got to be looking out with the 70-200 to try to find scenes that are conducive. Just waiting for a set to come through. I also like to take just 1 or 2 photos, but in these conditions, you really got to take, I have it on low continuous, so you can kind of catch the best waves when they come in and hit. So they're about to come in now. These aren't very good. There we go. So, you know, again, ideally you don't want to take 500 photographs, because then you got to go through and sort and find the best one, edit it, delete the other ones, and it just creates a lot of noise, right? You want to have, you know, the less noise you have, the more focused you are. You know, the less fog you have, the more you can see where you're going. And so that analogy holds true to the sport of photography. You know, I tend to take more photos than I should, just because sorry, we're taking our time.
I know. Feels like he's asleep.
No, he's wide awake. He's just sitting there. Oh, is he asleep?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Oh, no, he's not asleep. Oh. I think he's about to be, though.
Alright, so Catherine thinks she saw a whale, so I'm going to throw the 2x teleconverter on. And with APS-C crop, I can get 600 mil. Let's see what we can see. I see something out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's something. And maybe what I saw is like,
yeah, I see it
going out. You see the camera?
Well, it went back down, but yeah, I see it. Yeah.
You want to keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there, but.
How you doing?
Nice packs for the kids.
Yeah. I wish someone had one for me.
I know, right now, huh?
I think there's a secondary trail above us.
Yeah, well, the phone lines make me do bad.
Yeah. Well, and that's, yeah. So there has to be a road up there. I wonder if that was where the train was up there.
Well, yeah, because it went all the way out to the point, right?
It doesn't go all the way out to the point. It cuts right whenever the big part of this cuts in. It was to transport sugar cane and stuff like that. You know, I probably got about 50 pounds in this them carrying.
I feel like I do too.
Huh?
That's what I feel like I do too. How's Indiana looking?
He's just sitting there chilling. Can't tell.
Sweaty.
He is pretty warm. Yeah.
Probably take that thing off.
Yeah, I got it. Oh, if you don't like that, you're definitely not gonna like this. This is kind of sketchy. Wow, this is completely washed out. Just take your time. Whew. Oh, I'm feeling this. Whew. You want me to go ahead of you? Huh? I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just saying, will you feel more safe if I go ahead of you and when it comes to this?
Yeah, if I need help. Yeah. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. My hips are burning.
Hips.
My
In
quads.
the pack?
Yeah, my
Okay.
my glutes. I'm sorry, my glutes are burning.
Oh, good.
My
Cool. What's that little twist?
Thank you, man. Hello. So I held it for him with the intent that he would take it and latch it, and he just said, "Thank you, man," and just kept on going. I was like,
All the weight, brother.
yeah. If you want, you can take some of it for a little bit. It's only about 60 pounds. So these are ocean-going or pelagic seabirds, and they spend their entire life in the open ocean, except for once a year they come to nest. And this is one of the places they come in the Pacific. Monk seals, I thought they were sea lions, they're monk seals, have the distinction of being the only marine mammal that resides entirely within the U.S. territorial waters, as well as being one of the most endangered marine mammals in the world. Most of the 1,200 remaining monk seals live in the isolated northwestern Hawaiian Islands, hundreds of miles to the west here. Most seals spend their entire lives near the island of their birth, hunting for fish, octopus, eels, crustaceans, and other bottom-dwelling prey, and basking along the warm shorelines.
There's one right there.
Where?
Laying down, sleeping.
Here, turn this way a little bit. I can't you see him. No, that's too much. Right there. Huh?
He like fell off the rock and now he's like
Oh, wow.
stuck. There he goes.
All right. They're raining.
They blend in very well.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right, we stayed out here about 10 minutes, maybe 15. Somehow my watch ended my walk. I had to restart that. How long did it take us to get out here so far, or did you?
I don't know. I'm at 2 hours.
Okay. So if you're at 2 hours, it took us.
Oh, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 3 miles.
Yeah. Well, it's 2.5 ish.
I think we hung out here for 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
The guy here is right around 11:40.
So, I mean, and we were super slow, so an hour and a half. So you could probably do this hike in 45 minutes without kids or stopping and taking pictures. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little hike. It's a pretty good little hike. It's fairly easy. There's only a couple of hard sections unless you're carrying, of course, 60 pounds worth of children and camera gear, and you get into soft sand and your glutes are kind of had it for the day. So again, I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments down below. If you want to like, go ahead and do that. If you want to subscribe, feel free to do so, and we'll see you in the next one.